Perfect. So welcome again officially to the 7th week of the Startup School of Schools program. This is the week after all of the 6 sessions and mentoring sessions that we've had before. So hopefully you're all excited and filled up with knowledge, and all of your answers, all of your questions have been answered before, and you've gotten plenty of inspiration from your fellow participants and the jury tonight, and the mentors before during the weeks that we've had together. I'm super happy to see so many of you interested in pitching tonight. I think it's going to be invaluable, the lesson for you to pitch, and also to get some comments and feedbacks in the shape of questions from the jury. And also happy to see so many of the other participants who are not pitching tonight, but just here to listen and get inspired. So I think that is enough of introduction on my behalf. I would love to hear a couple of sentences from the jury introducing themselves, and just so you know who's going to be paying the most attention to your pitches tonight. As Kate is the first one on my screen, at least, I'm going to give her a quick word to say hi and tell us who you are.
Yeah, hi everyone. I'm Kate from Tech Hub Riga. I've been around the startup ecosystem for a few years now in various roles, and as the creator of the program as well, I'm also really excited to hear your feedback and questions in the upcoming days. And I'm really excited about hearing your pitches tonight. So best luck to all of you, and let the games begin.
Perfect. Zane, why don't you continue?
Okay, everyone, great to be here. With some of you, I actually had the joy to work together in the session that we had about pitching. So also no pressure for me to see how you have actually implemented the things. But I'm always amazed, and I see the biggest value in mentoring when I see results of it. So I hope you will positively surprise me and totally blow my mind today, and all the best for you tonight.
Perfect. Andri, why don't you introduce yourself?
Yes, hello. Greetings from the orthopedic clinic waiting room. I'm a little delayed tonight, but I hope you can hear me. I will be able to hear you very well. So I'm the managing partner of Change Ventures, the largest pan-Baltic seed fund. We invest in Baltic startups all across Estonia, Latvia, and Lithuania. And so we're looking forward to the pitches, looking forward to seeing new teams that we haven't talked to before. I think actually most of this list was new to me, which is very exciting. And looking forward to hearing them. So good luck, and I will be listening all the way and trying to pay attention as I get home. Thanks.
Perfect. Thanks for joining us anyway, no matter where you are. Lauma, why don't you continue?
Hi, everyone. I'm Lauma from TechGel. TechGel, for those who don't know, is the leading tech startup event in Baltics. And besides TechGel, I also teach students how to pitch. So I'm very excited to see how you're going to do today.
All right, perfect. And I think there's one more jury member left. Elisa, can you hear me?
Hello, hi, nice to meet you all here today. I'm super excited to be here. I'm from Investment and Development Agency of Latvia. I work in the Startup Support Division, so I'm excited to see all your pitches, and good luck.
Perfect, thanks. Just to take a minute of our pitching time, but no worries, it's just going to be pushing your schedule a bit. You'll still have your time to pitch. So we'll begin with the pitches right away, and afterwards I will lock the jury members in a separate room to discuss what they just saw and their impressions and feedback. So, and after that, we'll come back to you announcing the winners and their impressions and overall feel of how you guys did this evening. And that's why we can kick off right away. I'll be responsible for the timing also. So I'll let you know when the 3 minutes are up. But anyways, we can start with Kristaps. I think you should be able to share your screen.
Yeah, I am.
Perfect. Then go ahead. Feel free to go ahead. And your 3 minutes can start right away.
Hey guys, have you ever experienced anxiety or low productivity at work? We have. My name is Kristaps and I'm a co-founder of Burning. As data shows, 75% of knowledge workers have experienced burnout. 40% of them during the pandemic for the first time. As we see, there are huge economic losses. We envision a scientifically backed solution where you can track how close you are to burnout using short daily surveys, get weekly analytics to track changes from the previous results, get personalized action items and suggestions based on your survey results to prevent burnout. And you will be able to schedule one-on-ones with professional psychologists on demand. Our target customers are divided into 3 personas. Persona 1 are employees who care about their well-being. Persona 2 are team managers who want to mitigate burnout risk in their team. And Persona 3 are HRs who want to mitigate burnout risk in company. As you can see, the market is growing and will reach $100 billion by 2026. There is notable competition to get inspired by, but they are mainly focused on overall corporate wellness. We seek the opportunity to exclusively focus on burnout. So where are we? We have created an MVP and gathered user feedback. Based on the learnings, we plan a release of a Slack app by the end of 2021. The North Star for Q1 next year is to acquire first 1,000 daily active users, keeping retention rate over 60%. As for the team, there are 2 of us. We met at our computer science studies almost 10 years ago, and since then we have become close friends who enjoy traveling, partying, and building startups together. The next step for us is to build something people would love, and it's impossible without your feedback. We would really appreciate talking to you, so please contact us. Thank you.
Perfect, thanks. That was right on time with 30 seconds to spare, actually.
Cool.
I'm gonna ask jury if you have any questions to Kristaps. We have time for Q&A now. Kate?
Yes, I do have one. Thank you. What's the business model? How are you earning money?
Yeah,
Thank you for the presentation. Great.
Our solution is software as a service, and we will be using a subscription fee, monthly subscription fee, and the money will be coming from the enterprises, from the HRs actually, and this is the business model we are planning to sustain.
All right, thanks.
Anyone else?
Yeah, so this is Andres, if I can. So what about sort of the, the brand presence? So, the burning metaphor is sort of the problem you're solving, but, do you think you will be able to get customers excited about something that is effectively sort of a negative problem, right? So they're sort of marketing themselves on how bad things are. And how do you plan to tackle that? HR would like to, be more positive around, well-being as a positive, constructive thing rather than tracking burnout as something that's negative. So how do you plan to get around that?
Yeah, basically the feedback we have gathered from our MVP solution says that users care about personalization and the action items they can do to prevent the burnout. And this is the main focus for us at the moment, and we want to provide a solution that will be loved by the basically employees, because if employees would love our product, the HRs would do it too.
All right, Andre, did that answer your question?
Yes, it's not always the case that when employees love it that HR does too, but that's certainly a good step in that direction. Yep.
All right, perfect. Thank you. Lauma, unfortunately, I don't think we'll have time for your question, but sorry for not reminding this to you earlier, but I would ask the members of jury to raise your hand just like Lauma did. So on point, just so I know who of you have questions and I can address you accordingly. But all right, thank you so much, Kristaps. You can stop sharing your screen now, and I will ask. Thank you, and I will ask the next pitch to be up by Olena.
Yep.
Please share your screen, and it should be all good.
Just a second. Okay, so hello everyone, my name is Elena, I'm a founder of a K-Town startup. It's not the first year that we have been faced the problem of uncomfortable search for found in outdoors or activities. By our market survey, almost 80% of Ukrainian travel around the Ukraine, and 52% of them are facing a problem of found in services. Based on this, online services expected to increase in demand for 62%. We collect, so what is OKTown? We collect, OKTown is a marketplace that an easy way for outdoors, to find outdoors activities, even in the small towns, for our customer, tourists and locals, instead of traveling so far. What we do, K-Town collect entrepreneurs in the field of tourism and services, and we add them in a network to generate order traffic from the clients. There is something that our competitors do not offer. It's a lot of functions made of geolocation, artificial intelligence, and the search engine, and a flexibility for both parties. Let me show you how it works. As an example, Anna is going to application that asks, where do you want to go? So the system immediately offers the nearest activities by geolocation or by city selection. Also, in the adapted version of the app that we already have, you also can find a hashtag system and a search filter. By going to catalog and customize her request, Anna can see what is the service, who is the provider, where is the geolocation, how much it costs, for how many people she can order, and also read the feedback and specific information. Also, she can directly text to the provider and ask for more specific information. So by the, according to the statistics of Ukraine, from 2015 to 2020, there will be constant growth for tourist services. Of more than 12 million people travel around the Ukraine, and even after COVID-19, the perspective for growth there is, because everyone went online. So by that and statistics, we calculated potential revenue of the year. Our competitors do not target local tourism and other services, websites and tour operators. They are actually our partners. So we're working on a CPA model that 20% of the revenue. Our traction for last month, we have 90 businesses, 75 services, and already 20 sales. So for now, we are creating a payment system, and we are going to create a mobile application and launch API. Our team is
Sorry, Olena, I'm afraid that's your time.
Okay,
but I think
this
is your last slide, as it seems.
Yep, this is
perfect. Jury, do you have any questions? Anyone? Andre, thank you. Go ahead.
Yeah, so I guess this is a pretty crowded space. So how do you plan to stand out from all the TripAdvisors, many different booking systems, booking.coms, Get Your Guides, and so forth?
Well, obviously, they're not our competitors in Ukraine. We did a big research of the market, and no one used the TripAdvisor or TripMyDream in Ukraine. They do use those services only abroad when they go to Georgia, Turkey, Latvia. But in Ukraine, those services are not used. Yeah.
Thanks. Anyone else?
I'll go next. This guy is a connected question. Thank you, Elena. I actually wonder then, what is your strategy in terms of other markets, or you're very focused on Ukrainian tourism support?
We actually are open to go abroad as soon as we will be launched in Ukrainian market, and we will prove our testing and full working process. Then we will go abroad to because the service is really scaling for any location unless the market is ready.
Yeah, I guess there the question about what Andris asked about the competition resurfaces again, because there might be differences in other markets that are not specific to your home market.
Right.
So I wish you,
well,
as a lot of luck finding them.
Right. Well, as I would answer this question, we first of all will go to launch in Ukraine, and then exactly we will see how we should compete with those competitors, because in Ukraine they are not competitors for us. This is 100% sure, and in other countries there is a competition.
All right, thank you. I'll have to stop you now, unfortunately.
Thank you.
Thank you. Is Eva here? As she's the next one up to pitch. Eva? I'm afraid she's not here. So is Liana here?
Hey, I am.
Perfect,
So
thank you. Would you mind
take...
going ahead and sharing your screen?
Yes.
Thank you.
Share screen. Can you see my screen? Great.
Yes, all good.
Hello, I am Liana Tulev from FarmFriend. And currently in our team, we are 3 ladies from Latvia and Romania. And we plan to conquer the Eastern European market of farmers' produce. Did you know that every day there happen 1,000 farm bankruptcies? And this is mostly small farms. What we see is that small farms have some problems to make decent living. These are usually only one family members working. On the other hand, in the consumer side, we see that many have a question how to eat healthy and how to get sustainable food. And this is where we bring in FarmFriend. We are looking at the digital linkage of those buyers looking for eco or organic food and small farms. And we have seen some examples in Scandinavia that consumers and small farms are ready for digital journey. We will be focusing on the small and young farmers that are willing to grow and that are valuing their time. And on the consumer side, we will be tackling young families with children that have eco mindset. And what is also very important and valuable in this business concept is local patriots, because our survey shows that people that buy farm products in the market or in farmers markets, they are not always looking for organic food because of health issues, but are feeling very good when they are supporting local entrepreneurship, local farmers. And our first step is about building communities. So there is RECO comes in, and I can tell you that RECO is this business model currently implemented in Scandinavia, where farms are directly selling to customers via Facebook groups. So we plan to bring it also in Latvia, in Baltics, and other Eastern Europe countries. And what FarmFriend will do, we will be adding some digital components as notifications and delivery till door, which is currently missing in this RECO concept. So we will be starting in Latvia, in Romania, and spreading out to the rest of the Eastern Europe, where there are a lot of small farms. And
I'm sorry, Liana, I'll have to stop you right here because it's the 3 minutes timer that's up.
thank you.
Thank you.
And looking for your questions.
Perfect. I think Kata has raised her hand already, so I'm going to go ahead and.
Yes, thank you, Lena. My question is, what percentage of the whole smart farming market, which is what you're getting after, are enough forward thinking, and how are you willing to tackle this issue? I mean, what percentage of the whole complex of small farmers are your target audience, meaning they're able to get into the tech and use your app?
If you are looking for market share of the small farmers, then I would say we are looking at the most active ones, which are already in Facebook. So the ones that want to grow are actually willing to be in these digital channels. Of course, the age of the farmers is the share is more towards the older ones, but we see that the youngest farmers or the ones that want to grow, these are expanding, and these are there to remain. So,
all right,
Zana?
So you're hopeful. Thank you.
I think there's time for a quick question also for you from Yuzan.
Yes, hi, Lian. I will soon start counting how many times we have been in mentoring or jury positions, but lovely to see that you're moving forward and progressing. I will remind one concern that I have already raised before, which is the competition, even if we just look at Latvia. So there's quite a lot happening, and we know Svaigi.lv, and we know the direct purchase or tiešā pirkšana, and definitely also now that the markets has started delivering food home, like the Zāgenskalna markets, for example. I think it's tricky. On the other hand, I fit into your target audience of those busy families, so I'm really looking forward if you build something. So that's more of a remark. But if you have any comment about the competition, then please go forward and tell us, bust my concerns.
We feel that there is still place for us, but we would be more like a platform for farmers. So farmers themselves are already doing this, the direct deliveries. They have the customers, but the tools, the channels they are used are pretty old school, so to say. It's phone, and we are here to bring them more help, so that even if it's Facebook, our solutions will be integrating Facebook to WhatsApp and helping them. So this will be different from what these intermediary companies are doing currently.
Thank you, Liana. Thank you so much. If there's any more questions, feel free to use the chat below. That goes to everyone who has questions and who are able to address them to people who are pitching. Thanks, Liana. You can stop sharing the screen now, as I'm gonna ask the next person, Modris, to share his screen and go ahead with the pitch.
Yes, hi everyone.
Hi.
Okay, should be fine.
Yes, all good.
Okay, hi, I'm Modris from Problem ID, and I'm going to start with a couple of quotes from OECD. Government's competence of anticipating new needs is crucial for boosting trust in institutions. And in the same time, the OECD data shows that trust in governments actually is deteriorating in many OECD countries. So there is a problem of not anticipating new needs by the governments. And I have two hypotheses. Why is it so? First of all, governments maybe doesn't actually know what people want. And the second one, governments might not want to know what people want. To solve that, we're creating an online platform where anyone can post their most important unfulfilled needs or problems and find collectively best solutions to them. Result will be publicly visible, and basically the communication is real time compared to the 4-year cycle of election, which is basically going on now. And it is of paramount importance that this process of collecting problems, generating solutions, evaluating solutions and implementations would be created by the people themselves. Currently, the main audience is young, tech-savvy people, and also people in countries where their government trust is really low. Competition is basically any social media platform, some NGOs like change.org, and a lot of separate local official solutions. But what all of they lack is an actual process of finding the most important people's problems and solutions to them. So the process of paramount here. Currently, I'm in the process of finding the team members to this. I'm also started to create an MVP Bubble IO platform, so no-code platform. I'm in talks with the local municipalities, also with the Riga municipality, to start to test it together, and participating in Startup Wise Guys and also Innovation Academy Pre-Accelerator. Team consists currently of me, so I'm looking basically for team members, and yeah, if you're interested, you can contact me. Thank you.
Thank you. Perfectly on time also, with a good 40 seconds to spare. So we can go ahead with the questions right away. Is there anyone with questions? Andre, feel free to go ahead.
Yeah, so how would you deal with, sort of people hijacking and abusing the system in terms of, dumping lots of comments about some particular issue that they want to deal with, but not playing nice in a democracy? So you see this in democratic processes all over the place with populists and people who are sort of, quote, abusing the system. So how do you plan on dealing with that?
Yeah, good question. So regarding the so part of the platform functionality would be actually voting for the problem solutions, which is the kind of one of the most core functionalities there. And there, if there are people who actually vote all the time, negative, or we don't want anything of that, we could actually track that and mark those kind of opinions with something. We should not ban them, or maybe you should, I don't know, but we should mark them definitely that this feedback from the people might not be the best for the society as such. So take caution. So something along those lines.
Thank you. Elise, do you have a question?
Yes, hello, thank you for presentation. I have a question how exactly you will provide those solutions or the problem solving those, yeah. What exactly will be the process, how you will provide this?
So the problems themselves would be submitted by the users, and actually the solutions to the specific problems also would be submitted by the users. There's a huge area of what kind of problems and solutions could be there, but it's important that the people have to say what kind of solution would be proposed, and that the people themselves would choose by some specific process, for example, voting which of those solutions is best, and it should be then given for implementation. So curated by the users.
Thank you. I think that's enough with the questions, as we don't have much time to move forward. Sorry, Zan. But you're excellent with the chat, so I'm sure you'll get your answer. Rain, are you ready to pitch next? Feel free to share the screen. Thank you.
Oh, everything good?
All good.
So it's my great pleasure to introduce you to Catalico and our advanced zinc oxide products. Zinc oxide is irreplaceable for rubber production, and the demand is on increasing trend, but the resources of zinc are limited and will exhaust in 10 to 20 years. Also, zinc oxide containing waste amounts are increasing, and its utilization is increasingly costly. We can maintain the zinc oxide supply despite exhausting resources and manufacture products with unique characteristics. We can extract zinc oxide from waste materials and return it to the materials loop and obtain added value. The potential applications are the tire and rubber industry, adsorbents and catalysts, and because of high purity, also cosmetics industry. Our value proposition to the tire and rubber industry is reduced zinc oxide consumption and manufacturing costs, at the same time improving environmental footprint. It is very important for the tire industry because new legislation is expected to reduce the concentrations of zinc oxide in tires. Our competitive advantage is based on the unique characteristics of our product, the extra high surface area with a unique structure and significantly reduced impurities. These characteristics allow to reduce zinc oxide consumption and costs. Catalico manufactures advanced zinc oxide products from other industry waste streams. Our business model is the direct supply of zinc oxide products and licensing in designated territories. Zinc oxide is quite a big market. It will be worth 4 billion euro in 2023. The tire and rubber industry has the largest share, consuming 55%, and it is our main market. Europe is our obtainable market with a 17% share and 350 million euros. We have already started cooperation with major customers and raised 250,000 from different funding sources. Now we are raising seed round investment and looking for co-investment to start active sales and generate revenues. And next year, we plan to expand sales in North America and start operating our pilot production. In 2025, we expect to reach production amount of 2,000 tons per year. And we will make it thanks to our excellent team of keen entrepreneurs and experienced scientists, supported by an excellent advisory team, experts with lifetime of experience in chemical industry. We are already an international team with main office in Riga, and we already have a commercial officer in US and established customer contacts. So we are at the beginning of a great journey to change the tire and rubber industry towards sustainability. And if you are interested, I encourage you to reach out to me and discuss. Thank you.
Thank you. This was literally within seconds, right on point with 3 minutes. So very impressive. Thank you. Any questions from the jury?
Everything was very clear, or not at all?
So let me shoot a question, Reini, if that's okay then. I wasn't quite clear what the alternative is. So the alternative is that fresh extracted zinc oxide from mining operations, and your process effectively recycles zinc oxide from some waste of some kind, and so that's the value proposition is both I guess there's a cost side and you know, some kind of purity advantage you're claiming. Am I understanding this right?
Yes. So currently the industry is using regular zinc oxide, low surface area zinc oxide, and what we do, we manufacture this higher activity zinc oxide that is more active, so you can use it less.
Okay, thanks.
Anyone else?
I will have a very silly question. You already have quite some tags there, right? So commercialization reactor and AIT various programs. What brings you to the Startup School of Schools? Because I would have imagined you being pitching somewhere, I don't know, in Silicon Valley or something like that. Not to say anything bad about the program, but I'm just wondering kind of like, what's your journey?
Yeah, so
Thank you, Zana. Sorry, just to interrupt for a sec. That's a huge compliment to us that you're participating in this program as well. Thank you.
It totally was.
yeah, it's always good to repeat and learn. So that's always good. And yeah, I'm going also tomorrow to Slush to meet investors and pitching for investors in different events. So just one more practice.
Good,
Perfect.
thanks.
Best of luck.
Happy to hear also, just as Kata said. And I really hope you got some valuable learnings throughout the school. Thank you, Rein. Jan, would you be ready to pitch?
Yes, I'm ready.
Perfect. Go ahead and share the screen.
So hey guys, my name is Jānis. I'm a founder of online marketplace for house construction, Homer. Basically, if you hear this question, a phrase from your wife or a girlfriend, you're in a big trouble. Especially if you don't have any friends who work in construction business. And I always have to have look on the services and on services from the customer side. And when I saw this situation from my eyes, from my perspective, I saw that a customer is in a very bad position. And what I did, I went out there and looked for answers, looked for the problems. And I built a website, simple but nice looking website to question my hypothesis about this. I use simple ads and call every possible construction company in Latvia to get work with them, found a couple of them, and in a pretty short time, I got the first clients, first deals, and a better knowing what to do next. And there are a lot of problems. The whole process of building a house is very complex. It's difficult to compare construction companies and construction offers. On the construction company side, also there are problems because every day they are wasting a lot of time dealing with low quality leads. And the communication between customer and the construction company, it's very messy because I know that I have been in this position between customer and the construction company. And yeah, we have a solution. It will be a marketplace. It will be an Airbnb / Tinder type of marketplace for house construction. And we have the main solutions for both sides, for customers and construction companies. And Homer will be the place where real customers can meet real construction companies, local and from another country. They can connect with each other, react on each other, and platform will be easy to use. We will use.
I'm sorry, Jani, your 3 minutes are up.
Okay.
So sorry, we'll have to move forward with the questions. But maybe some of the questions we already addressed the slides that you didn't have the time to finish. So does anyone from the jury have a question? Zana? Go ahead.
Yes, maybe you didn't have the time to explain, but I'm really wondering how is the competitive landscape looking? So what's up with the competition and how are you different?
In Europe, there is only an old school yellow page type sites in each country. Yes, in the US, there is a big companies like Thumbtack and House. House is also participating in Europe market, but the house construction is only one of their services. So basically, at this point, in this kind of solution, we will be the first one.
All right, Andre, would you have a quick question also?
Yeah, so I wasn't sure I understood. Are you actually proposing that the entire construction project for a house is something that is traded in the marketplace, or individual services, or products and goods for housing? Wasn't sure I understood.
On the marketplace, customer can find a construction company who will build his customer's home from the basement to the ceilings, and that so-called turnkey project. If customer can find a construction company that will do all of his work.
All right, thank you. That's all the time we have for the questions. Thanks, Jan. You can stop sharing the screen now. Is Nikolai here?
Yes, hello.
Perfect. Hi.
Can you see me?
Yes, all good. Feel free to share your screen if you have slides.
Dear jury, please don't take it as disrespect, but I don't have any presentation here. Because I'm realist, and it would be a greatest waste of time trying to prepare clear 3-minute explanation what is value-added stocks, market analytics, and how you can arbitrage it. So long story short, we are taking SEC filings. SEC, it is Securities and Exchange Commission. We are taking SEC filings, 10K, 10Q, and S1 forms. VC probably knows what it is. It is an old-fashioned document consisting of 100 to 150 pages each. We're taking them, structuring and visualizing its data. With this action, we're saving up to 95% of time for companies' fundamental analysis. We at Fincily don't like linear thinking. We are looking for smart money only. We need curious partners who is not trying to move via easy ways. If you are the one, you can find me. You can find my contacts in chat. I will leave them there. You can reach me via phone or email, and I will provide you all the information about our product and how you can participate in it. Thank you. That's it.
All right, thank you. Does anyone have questions from the jury? Andres?
Yeah, so a fundamental question. So I know exactly what K1s, S1s, and all those forms are. The question is, what problem are you solving? For whom? That wasn't clear at all.
We're solving the problem for retail investors who want to, who uses fundamental analysis instead of technical analysis. So we are saving their time. We're taking SEC fillings and structuring all information there, so they can see all data and see it in context and see an industry position of company. So the problem we're solving, we're saving time, a lot of time.
All right, thank you. Kate?
No, I think you kind of just answered my question. Thank you. I raised it before you spoke. Thank you. Sorry.
All right, thank you. I'm afraid we'll have to move forward, but if there's any more questions, Just a quick reminder to use the chat section. Thank you, Nikolai. Raimond, are you here and ready to pitch?
Hello, do you hear me?
Yes.
Only I don't know how to share my presentation. I don't see a button.
There should be the share screen button, a green one down there.
Oh, I see now.
Okay.
Thank you. So you should see my presentation. Okay.
Yes, all good.
Okay, let's start. My idea is real estate valuation and market overview by artificial intelligence. Sorry. Switch. Okay. What is a problem right now? Imagine you're an investor expanding your business in new city. What is a property market price? There is so many similar properties. How will you know if the price is good? What is the appropriate price range in different parts of the cities? And as you can know, there is no single market in real estate sector. There are many markets that are divided in many segments and have different price ranges. Each market segment has different course of development. And for those situations, it's important for investors and real estate companies and banks to understand how to estimate all this information. So how it's done today? Valuation today is done basically by professionals, very often real estate valuation companies who are doing real estate. And usually it takes 1 to 3 days to prepare this, if they have time straight away if you need it. Second option is to check market overview. Market overview often done by banks, real estate agencies, and government institutions. And those reports are basically just some sectors divided, what's commonly used in this area. Can we do better and different approach? As you imagined, you're an investor and you have more than 100 properties. And even the smallest price difference make huge impact on your full investment portfolio. And idea is to create interactive database to evaluate properties and look also for a market overview. That is possible to do done by acquiring databases from government, public advertisement from many websites, and macroeconomic data. That's added in automated generated results by machine learning and deep learning. In the result, you can get very nice assembled charts, and you can see valuation of property and market overview. Competitions are basically free market reports. In Latvia, there is Tanabanka, which isn't AI, and in Europe, there is a Price Hub, which have this AI feature. A roadmap is divided in 4 quarters, as you can see it on the screen. And right now in the team, right now I'm alone.
I'm sorry, Raimond.
Yeah.
Your time is up, unfortunately.
Yeah, I'm done already.
All right, perfect. So we'll have to stick with this slide at least for now. Do you have any questions, Jerry? Zana, go ahead.
Not a question per se, but actually we already have in our investment portfolio a company named Vartus that is doing something quite similar. We invested a few years back, so I would actually suggest checking them out for the competition. And they were struggling big time actually getting good data. So also that's my question, how far you have gotten with your assumptions about where the data would be coming from.
That was the first, and thank you for question. That was the first thing what I done and get information where can I get data and how to structurize and get a sample, how it looks. So next step is how to buy it.
Okay, thanks.
Perfect, thank you. I think we have time for a quick question if anyone else has one. If not, I'm gonna thank Raimond and would invite you to stop sharing the screen so that Agne can prepare hers.
Thank you.
Thank you, Raymond.
Hi, everybody.
Hi.
I have a quick question on the quality of the sound. It just turned out that my headphones have run out of battery. So, how does it sound? Vai raustās skaņa?
You actually do glitch a bit. I could suggest you. I could move you towards the end of the pitching. Maybe that would give you enough time to charge your batteries
Thanks,
for the headphones.
Thank you very much. All right.
All right, no worries. I'll see you in a bit then. Alexei, would you be ready to step in next?
Yes, I'm here.
All right, perfect. Would you mind
I'll
sharing your screen?
share my screen. Yeah,
Yes, go ahead.
just a sec. Can you see the presentation right now?
Yes, all good.
Okay, my name is Alexei. I'm presenting you the LimeFox application. I remember my first visits to fine dining restaurants. Those French, Italian, Asian names of dishes did not tell me much. I remember how awkward it was to ask the waiter to describe a dish, but the waiter reacted as if everybody in the world knows how Vitello Tonata looks like, except me. Take Indian cuisine, for example. Most people think that it looks like this, a stew basically, but Indian kitchen can look like that or that. You won't know it until you see it with your own eyes. And those dull conservative menus, these are the rules of fine dining, I get it, but I would love to have a way to get a pick on a dish I'm going to order. In fact, in most cases, it would affect my choice when ordering a dinner. Not suggesting breaking well-established restaurant traditions and culture, we offer an app that would help. If not becoming a replacement for, it will be a great addition to restaurant's paper menu. We have all the functionality of digital menu you would expect these days. Customer can check how the dish looks like, its ingredients and price, pick the one he likes, complete an order and send it directly to the waiter. Or if a customer is not there yet, he could schedule some items for pre-ordering. Imagine how much clients and waiters' time could be saved. While scrolling through the menus of different restaurants, simply add most appealing dishes to a wish list for future visits. And speaking of future visits, we have a table booking option, which is actually a must if we are talking about modern technology dedicated to dining out. We are a team of 3 people. The founder who envisioned the app motivates us and invests in the project. Project manager, that's me. I was invited in the project after creating and launching an app called Foodie, a Riga restaurant guide, which we first plan to upgrade into what we have now. I handle technical and company management parts, and our sales and marketing. Alena is a passionate foodie, a restaurant critic and a blogger in a local lifestyle website where she manages a section dedicated to restaurants. She handles restaurant acquiring and communication as well as marketing, cooperating with social media influencers. We have created our first technical prototype, tested it with 10 restaurants and 20 plus people, gathered feedback, and now we are upgrading it, hoping to get our MVP in January. We plan to roll it out in Riga, test it, gather as much feedback as we can, learn as much as we can from it, and scale the product to Baltics first and then to Nordic countries. Due to pandemics, there's a huge disruption in the restaurant sector in whole, but in normal times, there are around 100 fine dining restaurants in Riga and its surroundings. Our plan is to onboard at least 5 months. We could not find meaningful direct competitors in our region. Yet there are Getify, Bolt, and Volt operating in parallel sectors. Sorry, forgot the slide. Our business model is yet to be defined. After launching MVP, several scenarios would be tested: subscription or percentage taken from each payment made through the app.
Alexei,
We're not raising funds. Yeah.
Sorry,
okay.
your time is up.
Yeah.
Let's hope
I
someone
just wanted to finish that we're
question.
not raising funds right now.
All right,
Okay, thanks.
perfect. Thank you. Anyone from the jury? Andre, go ahead.
Yeah, hi. Wasn't quite clear on what the problem is you're solving. So, what's the, I understand, or rather, what's the I understand your customers are restaurants, you think. So what's the interest of the restaurant in having this app and in having their restaurant featured on it?
Restaurants can make upsell via our app. For example, there's a survey that a person would, every fourth person would order an extra meal, for example, an extra dessert, if they see how it looks like, if it's appealing, if the picture is appealing to them. It's just one example. Wine could be upsold. For example, the app could recommend a wine to a certain dish. Because most of the waiters, waiters also do that, but sometimes waiters forget to upsell something or just not in the mood, and so on.
Kata, did you have a question?
Yes, thank you for your presentation. So it's kind of a follow-up question. So how would that look in reality? I would go into a fine dining restaurant, and instead pulling out the menu, I would pull out my phone and check the dishes on what they look like. So what is then the server doing? It's just they're just saying hello, I'm bringing my dish. I'm also kind of confused in the whole process. Thank you.
Yes, yes, he will bring the dishes that you order. But for example, you can, when you schedule a fine dining evening, for example, you can scroll the menu, see the pictures before you go there. Yeah, you can even plan your dinner ahead by picking all the dishes in the app. If you're there, yeah, for example, the waiter gave you the paper menu and he's off to another table while you make your choice. Looking just at the names of the dishes, you don't always know or understand how the dish looks like or this dish is. But in the app, you can see everything.
Thank you, Alexei. I'm afraid
it could be as an addition to a paper menu, as I mentioned.
All right, thank you. I'll ask you to keep the questions and answers going in the chat section. Sorry again, Zan.
Okay.
You just have to. There's a competition for you asking questions also.
Yeah.
So make sure to raise your hand before Kata does. She's really quick on this. All right, is Arseny here to pitch next? Because I'm afraid I don't see his name on the participant list. All right, Patrick, are you here?
Yes.
Would you be ready to pitch now? Yeah.
So share my screen. Can you see it?
Yes, perfect. Thank you.
Okay, one moment. Yeah. So my name is Patrick Skirpils. I'm from MNB. And so, as we all have heard, all these terms, metaverse, hologram, as Zuckerberg has been talking about them a lot, all this AR, VR, NFT technologies, it has been like a really huge topic. And what we all know, that because of Zuckerberg said that, and he really loves these things, probably this is going to be like a multi-billion industry, like metaverse and NFT in like 5 or 10 years. So there's a huge space for all around, all kind of people and businesses to step in. So me and my brother, we have been working on like installations and all kind of decorations for the last 2 years. And for the last few months, we have been actively researching all these topics. So we came with the idea to start working on 3D like prototyping product stands, which could be used like for brands to showcase their products, or just brands and exhibitions, or in their store windows. And our main like why we would be different, because we would use projections and holograms, which which should be easy. It should be the way how to show, for example, how these like 3D objects and these NFTs or some things from metaverse. And there is this other thing which is a big plus for this. By using projections and holograms, it really economies your place. Like, for example, you need to take this whole installation to this exhibition, and it costs you. You know, you need to rent a car and anything, all the logistics. So by using these projectors and holograms, it would save you a lot of space, and in that way, a lot of money. So this is our roadmap. We have like this building stage, which you can see in this blue part. We had made already our first 3D prototype, but 1 day ago we decided to change our narrative and to go like also focus on saving logistic space by creating these prototypes. So unfortunately, I can't show you any examples for now. And afterwards, you can see like there's going to be this testing and funding, which is the green part, and then expanding internationally, where is this red part. And about the team, my name is Patriks. I'm an industrial engineer, designer in the second year, studying in Netherlands, doing also 3D stuff. And I'm together with my brother Gabriels. He's now working, studying as industrial design management. So we are kind of related to these topics.
Thank you, Patriks. You're right on time, so I'll have to stop you now. But yeah, great, you made it all. Kata, okay, should I ask if Zana has a question?
No, she doesn't. I already checked in with her.
All right, Kata, go ahead.
Thank you, Zana. Yes, so I was just wondering, the roadmap looks really good. I'm just wondering where the market validation comes in and if you have done any already. Thank you.
Yeah, so basically about the market, there are few companies in Latvia. The biggest one is company NA. As they did the light show for the Latvian National Birthday. And but the thing is for them that they are working on like this. In our opinion, they are not like not looking in the future. Like they are using all the text they have been using for the last like 10 years. It's in our opinion, it's always like the same. Like they are not using that much projections, or I haven't seen any holographic fans in Riga or Latvia, for example. What's the thing we want to use?
Yeah, sorry, was that about the market validation or the competition?
About the competition.
Yes, but if anyone else has a question, go. I'll ask it in the chat. Does anyone?
Yeah.
No.
So. Sorry, got that. I want to move back even one step, which is understand what exactly you're selling. Is this these installation projects as a service in sort of a project basis, or is it some kind of technology that someone else can use to build an installation? So I'm not clear on what the actual product or service is you're selling.
Yeah, so basically, as I said, 2 days ago, we changed basically the main concept, and then now we have decided that we're going to be selling the whole like we're going to do like package deals, which could be like adapted for each client. But the idea is that we are like selling product stands. The whole stand, we're going to design it and manufacture it and probably also deliver it, but it probably depends on the project and the location of it.
All right, thank you. If there's no more questions, I'm gonna again ask you to do your clarifications or continue chatting in the chat section. But next up is Eva. Thank you, Patrick.
Thank you.
Feel free to share your screen, Eva, and go right ahead.
Thank you.
Okay, hello, my name is Eva and I'm here to tell you about Takitoki, a customized English coaching platform and service for entrepreneurs like you. Working with clients for over 15 years, we offer customized English language coaching. We help you to build on your existing ability in English to present your ideas in pitches, presentations, speeches, and other important conversations. We work together with you to cater to your own individual needs, whether you're an online marketplace for vintage glassware or a tech-based company that matches healthcare providers to patients. Simply, words matter. One of the top mistakes that companies unknowingly make when entering foreign markets is a mistranslation of their message, such as HSBC's recent campaign, Assume Nothing, that became Do Nothing. And this resulted in a $10 million fee to repair the damage, or Electrolux, who attempted to enter the US with the slogan, Nothing sucks like an Electrolux. One of the top mistakes is words with words. They can change the outcome of a negotiation, even if you think you can find the answers on your own by consulting the internet. Nothing compares to checking your understanding with a live source that is from the country you're targeting or familiar with the culture that you wish to do business with. We are the only ones who really know what you should say and how natural and current an expression may be. Currently, we're in the validation stage as we've recently relocated from Japan to Latvia, and the Latvian market is new to us. We're aiming to create a product and service that is completely 100% customizable for your needs. This is a list of some topics that we've come up with for now. And also the framework would be a mix of online pre-recorded lessons and videos with live lessons and sessions, check-in sessions, and then some text-based PDF digital books as well. Oops, sorry. And I encourage you to reach out to me if this sounds like something that you're interested in and could use right away. This is my email below, info@takitoki.com, and my name is Eva. Thank you.
Perfect, thanks. Lauma, do you have a question?
Yes, thanks, Eva, for the presentation. My question is, so how will you check if the representatives from several countries do have a great sense of the language and they're not giving like false or bad information themselves?
Well, ordinarily, I would start off the process with a live kind of level check / needs analysis, where I would simply ask a couple of questions such as, tell me about yourself, what does your company do, what's your current market? And then while the person is talking, I would be taking notes, as I have already been doing throughout all of these presentations. I have feedback for every person I've listened to so far. And then I would share that feedback. Another useful method is kind of recording yourself doing the pitch and then reviewing that together with the person afterwards and discussing areas that could be improved.
Perfect, thanks. Kata, do you have a quick question?
Yes, so from what I gather, you're doing the translation manually, like each person is doing the translation. So I'm wondering if you're planning on involving some AI and if you've heard about Localize.
Yeah, so it's not so much translation. Sorry for the misunderstanding. This is actually more like communications coaching as it relates to speaking. So I want to work together with people to ensure that they can deliver their message confidently with the correct tone and pitch and word choice to a group with some written correspondence analysis as well.
All right, thank you for the clarification.
Thank you.
Thank you, Eva. I'm sure a lot of people pitching here tonight will be interested in hearing your feedback, but
Please,
I'm afraid
I'm ready. Thank you.
So definitely reach out to Eva, but I'm afraid we have to move on with the next pitch. So
thank you.
Thanks again. All right, so up next is Uģis. Are you ready to share your screen?
Yes.
Perfect. Go ahead.
So, please confirm you can see.
Yes, all good.
All right. Great. Then, hi, I'm Mudis. I'm from Rockterms. I'm one of co-founders and CEO. Rockterms is a legal tech solution to where to draft and create legal documents for websites, such as terms and conditions, privacy policies, shipping returns, and so on. Here you can see, actually, this is a real use case, one of our customers. Like when we subscribe to any service or buy a product through internet, we have to press a button where we agree on terms and conditions, which we never read, and not talking about how hard it is to understand them. And we have created a solution where to draft these documents with icons. You can change colors, fonts, and so on. We have a product with limited use currently, but and also we have paying customers who are using our solution. Our target customers are small and medium-sized companies who are on the internet, who sell through internet, such as e-commerce stores, learning platforms, gaming platforms, and so on. So one of the main things is that not only the GDPR, but also some local laws in specific countries like Children's Code in the UK, the similar also in Ireland, says that the documents has to be understandable, concise, and if children are involved, companies have to use icons as well, the solution to make information more clear. Everything is developed in our solution, so customer doesn't need to develop anything, just get an embed code and insert into your website. Less text means cost savings on translations if the website is in several languages, and it's super easy to implement the documents or to make changes. You change the document, press accept, and that's done on your website as well. We charge a monthly fee if you have a web page in one language. So basic plan is fits to you. So more languages and some other features. So we charge more, or maybe the team is involved. So standard plan would fit for the company. So we offer templates for small companies. That's the benefit who doesn't have lawyers, and our solution is scalable in any time zone in the world. So this is Reuters forecast regarding IT solutions in privacy field. So we can see the market will be much bigger and bigger. We
Sorry,
are
Udi,
team.
I'll have
Okay.
to stop you right away. But
Yeah, we are a team of two
slide.
co-founders. Yeah, with experience in these companies.
All right, perfect. Thanks so much. Jury, any questions? Zana, go ahead.
I had to beat Kata in this one. So really interesting things you're building. I was wondering about two things. You mentioned you already have some paying customers. Are they paying you on this monthly fee basis or differently? Because I actually was wondering, do companies need it that regularly, or is it kind of one time I create the template and that's it? And secondly, I was curious about how does the product work especially in the aspect of cutting the text, because I could understand regrouping, but I'm just wondering how you actually execute on that promise of making it shorter and more structured.
First one is the answer to first is combined. Those which we have paid us for both for document creation and this yearly fee. Customers choose mostly the yearly fee, so it's combined. Our target is to create. So we are creating templates to offer them to our customers, and So there's no need to create unique documents or unique documents. They are ready to use for many like segments and so on to add even more and more templates. And the answer to the second question is, was your worries about, is it truly the text is less or
No, you said that you said in the pitch that you cut the text significantly shorter. And I was just thinking, let's assume I'm a customer who comes with already my own, let's say, privacy policy on the website. How are you actually going to do it? Would you just, it sounds like manual work, which probably is not.
There are several other solutions. Of course, we are not editing the document. That's not scalable. So that's not our focus. We are offering like these templates through which the customer can add our template. For example, if it's e-commerce store, you can choose our document, which is plain language, which has plain language icons and structure and so on. You can change. Of course, but we have some plans regarding customers can upload a Word file, and our system understands that this is something to the future, relates to the future, but we are also adding like thinking about this option as well.
Okay, thanks.
Thank you, Uji. Thanks. I'm afraid our time is up, so I'll have to move on to the next person to pitch, which has got this. Are you ready to share the screen and pitch?
Yes, I am.
Perfect.
Can you see my screen? All right.
In a second. Yeah, all good now.
Yeah, so hello, my name is Gatis, and we are Monotech, the energy tracker for real estate in factory. So everybody uses energy, and it's getting more and more expensive. Every single building or a factory consumes resources, and considerable amount of these resources are unaccounted and even wasted. There are inconsistent data of how much is consumed at any given time. The bill at the end of the month is our only source of information about how much we have been consuming. This is not enough. We need to understand how we're consuming and also why we're consuming, not just how much. So, yeah, the energy consumption is the heart rate of the real estate or a factory. So this is how we start to understand the energy consumption. A building is going to be an asset or a liability as we move far further into a carbon-constrained world. And unless we understand really well about the footprint of the said property, carbon environmental footprint of the said property, we cannot be sure about the value of it. So regulatory changes are coming, and sustainability is not just a marketing exercise, it's an engineering problem. So we have engineered a software and hardware solution that tracks energy to measure, log, trend, compare, and forecast various energy resources and sensor readings, like electricity, heating, gas, water, temperature, carbon dioxide, and many others in a one inclusive system, a one-stop shop for all the energy tracking needs to achieve predictive maintenance, predictive consumption, therefore efficient energy usage, alerts on unusual consumption, and reports about how the energy is consumed and not just how much. And of course, liability coverage for real estate owners. We're a team of experienced professionals in their representative fields. I'm responsible for the people, clients and their problems. Our CTO Reins is responsible for the technology that will solve the problems of our customers. And Lars is responsible for the usability that our customers need. Our business model is quite straightforward. We will produce and sell hardware and offer a subscription fee for our software. There's also an IoT as a service option available if one would like to lease Monotech IoT energy tracker for real estate and factories. So we're looking for help in filling the gaps in for the comprehensive rollout to the market. So we're looking for addition to our team. So if anyone knows anyone or is or knows their way around electronics, give me a call. And also, if
Gati, I know it's a horrible time to stop you right on this slide. It's probably the worst slide to stop you on, but I'm afraid I have to as the time went by. I see Anders already has a question, and that will help you to explain it even further, I'm sure.
Yeah, hi. So can you specify what exactly in terms of hardware you plan to install? How much do you need? Sort of any idea what cost in order to gather the information that you are looking to gather?
Yeah, this mostly varies from different factories and so on, but different factories are different real estates. But as for now, we understand that we need to gather, we can gather all the information for smart meters that are installed in the premises, and we install additional sensors for current reading and other metrics if it's needed. Monatec IoT technology offers this possibility to add additional sensors. They could be our made, or they could also be third-party sensors as well. The goal is to get the whole picture of the consumption of the building.
All right, thanks. Anyone else? We have a couple of seconds left. Kata?
Yes, thank you. I was just wondering about the competition and regarding your last slide, if you heard about the accelerator called Build It. Thank you.
Yes, we have actually graduated the Build It accelerator just 3 months ago. So thank you for the question. I'm sorry, could you repeat the first part of the question?
Yeah, I was wondering about the competition.
Oh yeah, the competition, there's a lot of competition. Thank God for that. We need even more competition for this because energy efficiency is quite a big topic and it's not covered enough. So we believe that we need more competition.
Thank you. That is not a usual answer that we hear to this, to this question.
Thank you.
All right, thank you, Gati. All right, so we actually have another person pitching from outside the queue. Klaus, are you here and are you ready to pitch?
Yes, I'm here. So I will just present my screen.
All right, go ahead, share the screen.
Okay, sorry. Let's start from beginning. All right. I'm representing a new organization, Earth Positive. We are Earth Positive marketplace, and we are solving a problem which is global warming and a biodiversity loss, and that is our main problem and the largest challenge in the 21st century. Our solution is a biodiversity and CO2 offset marketplace and e-commerce checkout tools. At the moment, sustainability is becoming routine. It's just the COP26 happened and different new generation, young generation happenings are going on worldwide. And our solution for this challenge is simplified and balanced subscription-based CO2 and biodiversity offset marketplace and plugin for e-commerce checkout. Here you can see the offset lifecycle, where organizations, companies, and individuals purchase the carbon credits from different offset projects, and then they remove each carbon credit. Why we should do it now? The climate, everyone, especially in the southern hemisphere, feels the climate change, and there is new legislation from EU coming in very short time, and each EU country have to use this directive for and implement it in the legislation of each country. Also, public has become more educated and responsible. Why we should do it now? The companies are implementing sustainability programs, and society is making more sustainable purchases every day. At the moment, the market is booming, and the projected market in the carbon credit market in 2050 is around 200 billion dollars. Our competition, there are several companies in the sector, and there are buyer layer and a reseller layer and carbon project layer. At the moment, we are in the reseller layer, and we are developing our MVP product at this moment. And our next goals are we're looking to build MVP marketplace and MVP plugin for e-commerce. Our team is me. I'm responsible about forest and sustainability. Mick is responsible about IT, and Ivars is responsible about business sustainability.
Perfect, Klaus. Right on time.
Yes.
Just 2 seconds over, so all good. Anyone with questions? Elisa?
Okay, thank you for presentation. What is your competitive advantages?
Our competitor advantages that they are longer in the market. Some of them are developing some new IT GIS solutions, but all of these solutions are in the beginning phase, and because there are not high quality satellites in the air at the moment, but they are coming soon. So I believe that we are still in the right time here in this sector, and we will be able to do our business. Yeah.
All right, thank you. Andre, did you have a question?
It was the same question. I didn't really understand how you're different from the very many companies in this space. They're looking at an investment in the space, and there's a ton of players. So still not understanding what's the difference.
Yeah, our difference will be we will only focus on high quality carbon offset projects and carbon credits, which will be third party inspected, and there are new initiatives from different NGOs in the world happening right now, and they are making a new carbon guidelines to that the quality would be understandable for all the parties. So that's the main difference.
All right, thank you. I'm afraid we don't have enough time for the rest of the questions if you have any. So go to the chat section in that case. But thanks, you can stop sharing the screen now, Klaus. And we have arrived to the last pitch, but definitely not the least. So I'm gonna let Agne and her fully charged headphones to take the stage.
Thank you very much. I'm gonna keep this short and sweet because, well, it's late at night, and well, here we go. So, hi, my name is Agne, and I am founder of AG Vibes. And this idea was born when I was going by train, and vibrations from the train went hand in hand with the music I was listening to. And there was the yes.
So sorry, we are not seeing your screen just yet.
Oh, you are
or if
not?
I'm the only one. I hope I'm not the only one, at least. Could you maybe stop sharing and then share it again?
Oh my God! All right, wait a second. Sorry for this inconvenience. Oi.
Oh, it just arrived now. Yeah.
Ah, all right.
Wouldn't want to miss out on the visuals.
Okay, so basically, yeah, there was this aha moment, and so then I will show you the wearable future. this is how the idea of this tactile audio shirt was actually created. So, but first I want to ask you, how often do you hear lately that burnout and high stress level is on the rise on its own and thanks to COVID? We are tackling this issue through gaining pleasure through vibrations in combination with music. We are creating the tactile audio shirt that goes hand in hand with music that you're listening to through, for example, Spotify platform. Vibrations are adjustable, strong, and gentle. As your body asks it, we provide it. How does it look? I will show you. Pam, pam, pam. Da. Yeah. I hope the sound is gonna go well. If you don't hear it, let me know. Hello, is the internet connection good?
We are not seeing the video yet, so no sound also.
So I will need to skip this. So anyways, okay, I'm gonna continue. This is not only an idea. We are in TRL 3 stage. So we have testable prototype, but not yet washable. And there is a job to be done on algorithms. So we have done tests as well on people who are high stress levels, and our results are promising, but we need to manage deeper scientific research on this. We did survey in scientific level, and it showed that the vibration combination with music decreases the workload perception. So the work stays the same, but the perception is different. It's lighter. So our competitive landscape could be bigger, but we need to move fast. Companies like Microsoft, Google, and H&M are in concept ideation and research and development stage. And we want to be the first company that addresses mental health through wearable tech with music. So, please work. Why this is not working? It froze. Oh my God. Excuse me for the technical errors. Which
maybe you can continue without the slides.
Yes, I'm trying to go further. I'm gonna just stop sharing. Literally, like the online PowerPoint froze. Sorry about that.
Are there any last remarks maybe that you wanted to add, because the time is coming to an end also?
Okay, so basically we are searching for investment on a pre-seed investment, 300,000 euros, and we would put this money into hardware, algorithm, waterproofness, IP rights, Kickstarter, manufacturing, and administration. It's such a pity that this presentation just froze. Anyways, we have a really good team. Zane is working in marketing. Emils is a part of us in the products development, and Martin is helping us with the prototypes, and we're looking for engineers and programmers who would help us. And if the investor would be so kind to step in as well with the knowledge of finances, we would be truly happy, and there would be a bigger chance for us to succeed. So I'm sorry about the technical issues here. I don't know what came up here with today, like my headphones and the PowerPoint presentation, but
no worries.
Here I am.
I'm sure you can share the slides with the rest of us afterwards. But meanwhile, we can get to the questions to maybe fill in the missing gaps. Andre?
Yeah.
Yeah, so hi, Agne. You can share the video link in the chat so we can have a look at it later. I mean, it's an exciting concept. Sort of, I guess the challenge is exactly sort of the one you mentioned around washing and being able to use the clothing on a regular basis. So, sort of a detailed product question. Can you, for example, can it be a jacket that's maybe a tight fitting jacket, which you don't have to wash so often versus a shirt? So I'm trying to figure out how doable is this, because if it's literally a shirt that needs to be your first layer of clothing, then the washing problem is really very substantial.
Here's the case that there are products on market that have implemented electronics, and we have tackled this question with them, and we see that there is this possibility of creating this clothing washable. As well, we have contacted with companies who are specialists in this. So this is basically a question of how much will it cost for the company to help us create this washable, but it is possible.
Okay.
Thank you. I'm afraid we don't have time for more questions. I'm sorry, Kata.
I love your comment.
But I will kindly now ask the jury to join in the breakout room that I created. So I'm going to add you in a minute. But just before we do that, how much time would we need? What do you think before we come back to the participants?
Probably not more than 10 minutes.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I would say the same.
Perfect. So the participants are more than welcome to stay in the call, but go for some tea or coffee. Coffee wouldn't be needed for much longer, so stick with the tea. But the jury, I'm going to add in to the breakout room in just a sec. Thank you. Ok, super. Mēs esam veiksmīgi atgriezušies no apspriedes. Aizņēma nedaudz ilgāku laiku nekā plānots, bet yeah, let me switch to English now because the jury was very conveniently all Latvians. So sorry. We're back from the breakout room where we met with the jury, and sorry that it took a bit longer than anticipated. But that was just because we had quite a lot of impressions to discuss. So thank you to all of you for the pitches. It was certainly, I think, a really good closure for the program and for all of us. I can see that you adapted a lot of things that we learned throughout the program. So really happy to see that. And I encourage you to move forward and to keep on going and learn in other ways, if not this program that is going to continue. But now I'm going to give a word to jury to maybe wrap this up and share their impressions of tonight's a bit. Maybe Andre, you can start and kick it off.
Yeah, so I'm going to make some general comments, and then the others will actually award the prizes. So I have to say, I just every time I hear founders, excitedly pitch their businesses and tell what they're going to change in the future and make it a different place and do something awesome, that's what fires me up every day. And so I was very excited to hear these pitches. Many of you have lots of things to do to turn these ideas and early sort of work into real businesses. But what I can just say is hang in there. It's a long journey, but if you can get through to building something big, it's very exciting, very rewarding. And so really appreciate all the energy and effort that everyone put into the pitches today. So thank you.
Thank you. Elise, would you have anything to say about this evening?
Yes, hi again. Thank you very much for your presentations. It was inspiring. So I'm glad to see a lot of great ideas and business models and a lot of great personalities as well. So if you have any questions about LIA's support system, you're welcome to contact me anytime. So I will be happy to catch up with you guys and tell more about support programs from LIA's side. But good luck, everyone. So I will give the word to the next jury.
Thanks so much, Elise, and definitely give your best regards to the rest of the team at LIA, as you have been the power behind this. It was definitely valuable, and I'm so happy to see you're here also tonight. All right, and now we are moving on from the general thank yous and inspirational words to the actual prizes. I'm going to kick this off by giving word to Susanne, who represents Startup Wise Guys also when it comes to the prizes.
Yes, thank you. So overall, it definitely was worth spending the time away from kids and the family life. So thanks also to you for dedicating so much time in your self-development. I think if a startup founder that doesn't grow and doesn't become better every day is not a startup founder. So you've already done great. I also was impressed by the range of ideas and industries that you represent. Like we have from prop tech to legal tech to hardware to sustainability, right? And also some individuals working with English and making world a better place and fighting burnout and so on. And definitely very interesting pitch about metaverse and the holograms. So Patrick, thanks for making it even more enjoyable, because that's not your average thing you hear. And definitely big thumbs up to the Tech Hub team, as you actually managed to have representatives from almost all Latvian-based accelerators here. So it's also a good sign if you have Build It and Commercialization Reactor alumni and Startup Wise Guys pre-accelerator program people here. So that means that the program is valued, and that's actually great. Thanks for that support. But I have also a prize in my pocket, and we want to give one spot to Startup Wise Guys online pre-accelerator program, which I would say is the next step step further, and it's also one step closer to getting investment from Startup Wise Guys. And I would, can I announce it? Yeah, Anna? Not. I would want to give it to the team that actually, well, the team convinced me that they're building something that is very needed out there. But also I think they left an impression of being very, very practical about it. And they also already had their first paying customers. And that team is Rock Terms and Udis.
Silent applause.
Round of virtual applause. We actually can click those ones.
Yes, let's do that. Congrats, Udis. I'm sure
Thank you very much.
You'll enjoy the opportunity to keep on learning and get one step closer to.
Yeah, quick note on this one. As Tech Hub, I think, is one of the powerhouses. Then, if the moment I see Draugiem Group somewhere, then I'm always also having a big tick box. We have already invested in a founder coming from there, super talented people. So thumbs up also for that part of Latvian startup community.
Perfect. Thank you so much, Zana, and congrats, Udis. I will give my word to Kate now, who is representing Tech Hub alongside me, and she's going to announce a couple of surprise prizes we have from Tech Hub also.
Yes, hi guys again. And before I announce the surprise, I just need a couple of things that I just need to say. So first of all, thanks to Leah foremost for making this possible. Thanks to mentors, to the jury, and most of all the participants who are the reason why this is happening. And thank you, Anna, for making this actually work. So a lot of involved sides here. So thank you guys for all that. And just one more thing, we're going to be sharing a feedback form real soon. So please get serious about that, because we're very, very curious about your feedback and how valuable this has been to you, and what can we do better the next year. So as for the prizes, we have went into a nerdy direction or an academic direction here. So we are giving 0 to 1 notes on startups or how to build the future books by Peter Thiel. And the books in hopes that it helps in your future ventures and endeavors. So the books are going to, first off, Kristaps from Burnin. So you can then share the book with the rest of your team once you're done with it, hopefully. Congratulations, Kristaps. All right, so the next one, the book goes to MNB and Patrick's. So congratulations, Patrick's. I hope you learned a lot from that. And last but definitely not least is Monatech and Gatis. So thank you, Gatis, and I hope the book helps you in the future. That's all from my side. Thank you guys all very much.
Thank you so much. A lot of virtual applause. So happy to see all of you celebrating this properly. Lauma, the final word is yours.
So much pressure, the final word. Yeah, thanks guys for the pitches. I think that both the jury and probably you guys as well can tell that in many of these pitch competitions, a lot of ideas are very similar and very like you've heard of them and things like that. So today it was like a nice change that your ideas was quite unique and very different. So I think that both the mentors and the program organizers have done a great job throughout this whole process. So I'm happy about that. And for TechChill, we chose a team or a product that would benefit the most. So we hope that you will meet potential investors, clients, you will just soak up all the motivation and everything like that and learn from fellow founders. And the person going to TechChill in person, by the way, in April, is going to be Agne from AG Vibes. Congrats.
Yes, applause. Thank you so much, Lauma. I know how valuable attending TechChill in person can be. Also to all of you, I'm sure you have plenty of time left before April to find a way how to get there. If not by pitching there, then by attending there or finding other ways. So thank you so much to everyone again for participating tonight or coming here just as a listener and supporting your fellow participants, asking questions and answering the questions and getting back with your feedback. These are the closing words, so I hope I haven't forgotten anything, but just as Kate said, I'm going to send out the feedback form any day now, tomorrow supposedly. So please fill in all of your feelings and feedback on the weeks that we've had together, just so we can learn as well as you did just now and make this an even better program next year. So I'm going to say thank you so much again, and see you around, definitely, if not at TechChill, then elsewhere for sure, other Tech Hub events organized online or in person one day. Yes, so final heart emojis and celebration emojis go wild before I stop the recording. Thanks so much.
Thank you, guys. Bye-bye.
Thank you.
Thanks, everyone.
Have a great evening.
Bye.
It was a pleasure.
Bye.
Thank you very much. Bye.
Thanks. Bye.